What if our planet is still hiding places so dangerous that the rules we rely on simply stop working? Locations so extreme they weren't carefully planned discoveries, but accidents of curiosity and courage. Getting there is never just a trip. You have to climb razor-sharp mountain ridges, cross silent and unforgiving coastlines, and push forward while nature does everything In this video, we're taking you to some of the most dangerous places on Earth, environments that test the limits of the human body and the human mind. These aren't destinations meant for travel or comfort. They are hostile, unpredictable, and often deadly. Each one is a reminder that no matter how advanced we become, there are still places on this. Snake Island. Located off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil, Ilha de Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island, is considered one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The island is infamous for its extremely dense snake population, especially the Bothrops insularis, commonly called the golden lancehead. This species is endemic to the island, found nowhere else in the world, and is among the most venomous snakes on the planet. Its venom can cause rapid tissue necrosis, organ failure, and can be fatal to humans in a very short time. Because the number of snakes is so high, often described as 1 snake per square meter, the Brazilian government has completely banned visitors from setting foot on the island. Only specially authorized researchers under strict safety protocols are allowed to go there to study and preserve this rare species. The island also has a lighthouse that has been automated for decades, after several fatal incidents made manual operation far too dangerous. Despite its terrifying reputation, Snake Island holds significant ecological value. Thousands of years of isolation from the mainland created a unique environment that allowed the golden lancehead to develop rare evolutionary traits. This makes the island a priceless natural laboratory for scientists studying evolution and biodiversity. Snake Island is both fascinating and unsettling, a symbol of raw, untamed nature, and a reminder of the unforgiving power the natural world can wield. Death Valley. Death Valley in California, USA, is one of the most extreme places on the planet and a symbol of the wild, untamed beauty shaped by nature itself. Located in the vast Mojave Desert, this valley holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth, 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913. Just stepping foot here in summer is enough to feel its legendary scorching heat. Temperatures often soar above 50 degrees Celsius, and the ground burns like a furnace. But it's exactly this harshness that creates Death Valley's unique beauty. The dazzling white salt flats of Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, at 86 meters below sea level, unfold like a surreal landscape, almost otherworldly. When the sun begins to set, the surrounding mountains shift into shades of pink, red, and purple, transforming the entire valley into a vibrant abstract painting. Zabriskie Point is the perfect spot to witness this magical moment. With its golden, wave-like ridges stretching across the horizon. Death Valley is also famous for the mysterious sailing stones at Racetrack Playa. These rocks, some weighing dozens of kilograms, move across the dry lake bed completely on their own, leaving long tracks behind them. For decades, this phenomenon puzzled scientists, until research revealed that thin sheets of ice combined with strong winds helped push the stones across the clay surface. Despite its ominous name, Death Valley attracts millions of visitors each year, travelers seeking to witness one of the most unusual, harsh, yet mesmerizing landscapes in the United States. It's not just a tourist destination, but a powerful reminder of nature's strength and mystery. Danakil Depression. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is known as one of the most extreme and surreal places on Earth, where the line between life and death can shift with just a few degrees of heat. Located in the Afar Triangle, Danakil is among the lowest points on the planet, with some areas sinking nearly 100 meters below sea level. What makes Danakil truly remarkable is its bizarre combination of colors, geology, and temperature. Neon green, acidic pools, bright white salt flats, bubbling hot springs, and fumaroles releasing toxic steam, all blending together into a landscape that feels almost extraterrestrial. Temperatures in Danakil can soar above 50 degrees Celsius, earning it the title the Gateway to Hell of Africa. Its constantly shifting terrain, shaped by volcanic and tectonic activity, has turned the region into a giant natural laboratory for scientists studying life under extreme conditions. Dalal, the most colorful part of Danakil, features acidic lakes and mineral formations in shades of yellow, orange, green, and purple, creating scenery found nowhere else on the planet. Despite its harshness, Danakil is home to the Afar people, who have survived for generations by harvesting salt in this unforgiving environment. Visitors often describe Danakil as an experience that is beautiful but terrifying, because its breathtaking beauty always comes with an undercurrent of danger. It is a place that reminds you that Earth still holds wild, unimaginable landscapes, and Danakil is undeniably one of them. Mount Everest. Mount Everest, rising 29,032 feet above sea level, sits like a frozen giant on the border between Nepal and the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. For decades, this legendary peak has captured the imagination of adventurers, scientists, and dreamers from around the world. Standing at the summit of Everest is often described as the ultimate mountaineering achievement, but the journey to get there is far more complex and far more dangerous than most people realize. As climbers make their way through the Khumbu icefall on the Nepal side or the steep North Col on the Tibetan side, they face shifting crevasses, unpredictable weather, and air so thin that even taking a few steps can feel like running a marathon. Everest isn't just a climb. It's a slow, demanding negotiation with nature at its most extreme. Yet the mountain is more than a challenge. It's a cultural symbol woven deeply into the lives of the Sherpa people who call it Sagarmatha, meaning goddess of the sky, while Tibetans know it as Komolungma, or Mother Goddess of the World. These names reflect a reverence for the mountain that goes far beyond its physical height. Visitors to the region often talk about the way Everest seems to dominate everything around it, not in an intimidating way, but with a kind of quiet, overwhelming presence that's hard to describe unless you've seen it in person. Whether viewed from the bustling trails of Nepal's Khumbu Valley or the stark, windswept plains of Tibet, Everest stands as a reminder of both human determination and the humbling power of nature. It's a place where ambition meets reality, where beauty and danger exist side by side, and where the world's highest point continues to inspire everyone who dares to look up. Lake Natron. Lake Natron in northern Tanzania is one of the strangest places on the planet. The kind of place you look at once and wonder if this is even Earth anymore. This alkaline lake sits right below the Ol Doinyo Langai volcano, and that unique geology creates a landscape that's both mesmerizing and eerily intimidating. What makes Lake Natron famous is its fiery red-orange water, colored by halophilic algae thriving in the lake's extremely high alkalinity. When the sunlight hits, the whole surface looks like it's glowing, almost burning, a sight that can stop anyone in their tracks. But what's even more striking is the lake's ability to preserve animals that fall into it, thanks to the intense alkalinity. Temperatures can climb up to 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and the thick salt crust forms cracking patterns that look like the surface of some dried-out planet from a sci-fi movie. And yet, in this environment that seems absolutely unlivable, millions of lesser flamingos choose Natron as their only major breeding ground in East Africa. They feed on the very algae that make the lakes so harsh, turning this deadly lake into one of the most remarkable biological wonders on Earth. If you stand on the shore in the early morning, with the wind brushing across the sparkling salt flats, the mountains fading in the distance, and thousands of flamingos painting the horizon pink, you'll understand why people are both terrified and enchanted by Natron. It's not a place you visit to relax. It's a place that shows you the raw, untamed power of nature, the kind of sight you only need to witness once to remember forever. Skeleton Coast. The Skeleton Coast of Namibia is one of those places that feels like the earth suddenly forgot to be gentle. Stretching along the Atlantic, this coastline is a haunting blend of beauty and danger, where the desert crashes straight into the ocean and the wind never stops whispering old stories. Travelers who make their way here usually describe the same feeling, like stepping onto another planet. And honestly, they're not exaggerating. The sand is bone dry, the fog rolls in like a living creature, and scattered across the shore are the rusted ribs of ships that never made it back home. They sit there, half buried, half devoured by salt and time, like warnings from What makes the Skeleton Coast even more surreal is the wildlife. You'd expect a place this harsh to be empty, but instead you see colonies of seals shouting over the waves, desert-adapted elephants wandering across dunes, and hyenas leaving tracks in the soft sand before dawn. The contrast is wild, life pushing forward in a landscape that seems determined. And then there's the name, Skeleton Coast. People think it refers only to the shipwrecks, but it also comes from the whale bones that used to cover the shore during the whaling era. When you stand there with a cold Atlantic wind hitting your face and nothing but endless sand behind you, you get why sailors feared this place. If the ocean didn't take you, the desert. But that's the magic. The Skeleton Coast isn't the kind of beauty why. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island, tucked away in India's Andaman Archipelago, is the kind of place that, if you only glanced at it on a map, you'd probably think, oh, looks pretty normal. But trust me, there's nothing normal about it. This is one of the last places on Earth where humanity has barely left a footprint, and that untouched isolation makes it both fascinating and eerily intimidating in a way that's hard to put into words. The Sentinelese people, who have lived here for thousands of years, remain almost completely disconnected from the modern world. No phones, no internet, no visitors from other countries. They simply continue the rhythm of life their ancestors started, and they protect that way of life at all costs. On a typical tourist island, you'd hear waves, wind, laughter somewhere in the distance. But if you imagine yourself on a boat a few hundred meters off the shore of North Sentinel, the feeling is completely different. No tourists, no vessels coming and going, just a heavy, watchful silence drifting from the forested coastline. And somewhere within those thick trees are eyes tracking you, making it very clear you are not welcome there. North Sentinel Island isn't the kind of place you pack a bag and visit. It's more like a powerful reminder that even though humans have built skyscrapers, climbed Everest, and flown into space, there are still corners of the world that simply say, not here. And the strange thing is, those boundaries are exactly what make this island feel so mysterious, wild, and captivating in a very straightforward, no-frills kind of way. Mariana Trench. Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is one of those places that feels almost unreal, like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Sitting far off the coast of Guam, it's the deepest known point on our planet, an underwater canyon so massive and so dark that even today, it feels more mysterious than the surface of the moon. When you're talking about a place that drops nearly 11,000 meters straight down, you're entering a world where normal rules just don't apply anymore. Down there, the pressure is more than 1,000 times what we feel at sea level. It's enough to crush steel like a soda can. And yet, somehow, life still exists. Strange, ghostly creatures that glow in the dark, drift like shadows, and look nothing like anything you'd expect on Earth. What makes the Mariana Trench so fascinating is that despite all our technology, we've barely scratched its surface. Only a handful of people have ever visited the Challenger Deep, the trench's lowest point. The journey to the bottom takes hours in a specially designed submersible, basically a tiny metal sphere with just enough room for a human to sit still and hope nothing goes wrong. And when you finally reach the floor, there's no light, no sound, no movement except the slow drift of silt stirred up by the sub's headlights. It's eerie calm, almost peaceful in a way that borders on haunting. Scientists believe the trench holds clues about the origins of life, the movement of Earth's tectonic plates, and maybe even solutions to future medical breakthroughs. But for most of us, the Mariana Trench is simply a reminder that Earth is still full of secrets, massive, untouched realms that make you stop and think about how little we really know. Kilauea Volcano. Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes, sits on the Big Island of Hawaii like a living, breathing reminder that our planet is still very much alive. For centuries, it's been both a symbol of destruction and creation, a place where molten rock meets the sea and new land is born before your eyes. Locals often speak of Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of fire and volcanoes, as the spirit who lives within Kilauea's fiery heart. And when you stand near the crater rim, watching glowing lava seep through cracks in the earth, you can almost feel her presence, wild, unpredictable, and beautiful. Kilauea's recent eruptions have reshaped entire communities. In 2018, rivers of lava swallowed neighborhoods in Puna, turning streets into hardened flows of black rock and forcing thousands to flee. Yet even in the aftermath, life returned. Ferns began to sprout in cooled lava fields, and locals rebuilt with the same quiet resilience that defines the Hawaiian spirit. Scientists from the U.S. Geological Survey keep a close eye on the volcano, monitoring its constant rumbling and gas plumes, because here, change is the only constant. Visiting Kilauea today is both humbling and surreal. At Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, visitors can hike through old lava tubes, feel the warmth rising from the earth, and stand at the edge of Halemaumau Crater, where steam still whispers from the depths below. At night, when the crater glows red against the dark sky, it feels almost otherworldly, like watching the planet's heartbeat. Kilauea isn't just a volcano. It's a living story, one that captures the raw power of nature and the delicate balance between destruction and renewal. Standing there, surrounded by the scent of sulfur and the sound of distant rumbling, you realize something profound. The Earth is still creating itself, one eruption at a time. Mount Merapi. Mount Merapi, rising above the lush landscapes of central Java, Indonesia, is one of those places that hits you with a strange mix of awe and unease the moment you lay eyes on it. To most travelers, it's just a towering volcano wrapped in clouds. But to the people who live around it, Merapi is a force that shapes daily life, sometimes gently, sometimes brutally. This mountain is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, a place where the earth never really rests. Even on calm days, you can feel an energy in the air, as if the ground is humming beneath your feet. Locals treat Merapi with deep respect, almost like it's a living being with moods, and honestly, once you stand near it, you get why. What makes Merapi unforgettable isn't just its danger, it's the contrast. The slopes are carpeted with villages, rice fields, and forests so green they look unreal. People plant, harvest, raise animals, share meals, and build their lives in the shadow of a volcano that can change everything in minutes. And yet they stay. There's a rhythm here, a quiet understanding that beauty and risk come as a package deal. For many visitors, that balance is what sticks with them long after they've left. When Merapi erupts, it doesn't whisper. It sends ash towering into the sky, launches glowing rocks, and unleashes pyroclastic flows, superheated clouds that race down the mountain faster than any car could outrun. It's raw, powerful, and terrifying in a way that reminds you how small humans actually are. But when the volcano sleeps, Merapi feels peaceful, even comforting, like a guardian watching over the land. Exploring Mount Merapi isn't just a trip. It's an experience that stays in your chest. It's a reminder of how wild our planet still is, and how people around the world find ways to live with that wildness every single day. Oymyakon Town. Oymyakon, tucked deep in Russia's Sakha Republic, is one of those places that sounds almost make-believe until you realize, nope, people actually live there. Known as the coldest permanently inhabited town on Earth, Oymyakon regularly drops to temperatures that would make your eyelashes freeze the second you step outside. Back in 1933, the town recorded a mind-numbing -67.7 degrees Celsius, -89.9 degrees Fahrenheit, a world record for any place where humans live full-time. And honestly, on most winter days, it still feels like the Arctic dialed up to expert mode. Daily life here runs on a completely different rhythm. Cars can't stay outside without running constantly, or they'll freeze solid. People layer up like they're preparing for a moon landing. And even something simple like taking a walk turns into a quiet, surreal journey through a landscape that looks carved out of pure ice. Yet, despite the brutal cold, the town has this weird, magnetic charm. The air is unbelievably clear, the sky at night stretches forever, and there's a sense of silence you can't find anywhere else on Earth. What's wild is how resilient the locals are. They go to school, run shops, raise families, basically everything you'd expect in a normal town. just happening in temperatures where your phone battery taps out after 5 minutes. Their traditional diet leans heavily on meat and fish, partly because farming here is basically impossible. Frozen rivers become highways. Reindeer wander through snowy forests. And life moves on with a kind of toughness that feels almost inspiring. Oymyakon isn't just a cold place. It's a reminder of how far human endurance can stretch. It's remote, extreme, and honestly a little intimidating. But there's something undeniably captivating about a community that thrives where the world feels frozen in time. Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert of North Africa isn't just a vast stretch of land. It's an entirely different world, a place where time seems to move slower and nature shows its full, unapologetic power. Spanning more than 9 million square kilometers, the Sahara stretches across countries like Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Chad, and Morocco. The moment you enter this landscape, you understand why it's considered a symbol of wilderness and mystery, where even a gentle wind can reshape the horizon. From an American storyteller's point of view, the Sahara feels undeniably epic, massive, harsh, yet breathtakingly beautiful. Towering sand dunes rise like golden mountains, curving softly under the blazing sun, turning the desert into an endless ocean of shimmering light. By day, temperatures can climb above 50 degrees Celsius, and by night, the cold sinks in fast, forcing you to wrap yourself tightly for warmth. This dramatic contrast transforms the Sahara into a natural stage where every scene looks like it belongs in a grand adventure film. But the Sahara is more than just sand. Hidden within it are lush oases, communities that survive on precious water sources, and ancient archaeological sites proving that humans lived here thousands of years ago. Sudden sandstorms, sometimes lasting for hours, bring an unpredictable edge to the desert, one of the very reasons the Sahara is both alluring and formidable. And when night falls, far from the glow of any city, the sky above the Sahara becomes a masterpiece. Millions of stars burn bright, creating a view so stunning it leaves you speechless. In the end, the Sahara isn't simply a desert. It's a reminder of how vast the world is and how small we really are. Amazon rainforest. Deep in the heart of South America lies one of Earth's greatest wonders, the Amazon rainforest. Stretching across 9 countries, but mostly within Brazil, this immense jungle covers over 2 million square miles. It's often called the lungs of the planet because it produces around 20% of the world's oxygen. But to truly understand the Amazon, you have to imagine it. Endless shades of green, trees so tall they block out the sun, and a chorus of life that never sleeps. The air here is thick with humidity and the scent of rain-soaked earth. Monkeys leap through the treetops, parrots flash bright colors across the sky, and somewhere in the shadows, a jaguar silently watches. Every corner of the forest seems alive, not just with animals, but with secrets. Scientists estimate that more than half of the world's plant and animal species live here, many of which haven't even been discovered yet. But the Amazon isn't just a natural paradise. It's also home to millions of people. Over 400 indigenous tribes have lived here for centuries, their traditions and knowledge deeply tied to the rhythm of the forest. They know which plants heal, which rivers to follow, and how to live in balance with nature, something the modern world could definitely learn from. Unfortunately, the Amazon faces constant threats: deforestation, illegal mining, and wildfires that scar the landscape. Each year, thousands of acres vanish, taking with them not just trees, but an entire ecosystem that keeps our planet in balance. Standing beneath the towering canopy, you can feel how ancient this place is, and how fragile. The Amazon rainforest isn't just a destination, it's a reminder. A reminder of how wild, beautiful, and interconnected our world truly is, and how much we stand to lose if we don't protect it. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, man, that place has fascinated Americans for decades. It's this vast stretch of the Atlantic Ocean, shaped like a loose triangle connecting Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. On a map, it looks totally ordinary, just water, sky, and sunshine. But the stories, the mysteries, that's where things get wild. For years, pilots, sailors, and curious travelers have pushed into that region chasing adventure, and some of them never came back. That's what gives the triangle its eerie reputation. One of the most famous cases is Flight 19, 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished during a routine training mission in 1945. Experienced pilots, clear weather, solid equipment, and yet radio messages turned chaotic, compasses went haywire, and the entire squadron disappeared without a trace. The search and rescue planes sent out afterward also vanished. That's the kind of thing that makes people say, okay, something weird is going on out there. But here's the twist. The Bermuda Triangle isn't officially recognized as anything supernatural or cursed. Scientists blame sudden storms, strong ocean currents, and human error. The Atlantic can be rough and unpredictable, especially in that region. Still, even with all the logical explanations, you can't shake off the way people talk about it. There's a certain electricity in the air whenever the triangle comes up, like everyone's sharing an inside secret. Today, the Bermuda Triangle remains one of those places that sits right between science and legend. Planes and ships pass through every day without issues, but the old stories live on. And maybe that's why it's so captivating. It reminds us that even in a world full of satellites and GPS, there are still corners of the planet that feel untamed, mysterious, and just a little dangerous. The triangle keeps its secrets close, and honestly, that's part of the charm.